They're paying you a fortune to defend me. Defend me.
You are about to witness my technique firsthand. Outside, I have 2 guards waiting to escort you to court.
No, I'm seriously injured.
The doctors seem to think it's nothing more than superficial bruising.
I want a second opinion.
Weren't you the one who pushed for a quick court date?
Well, I changed my mind.
Well, too bad. The judge wants to see you today. Now, you're going to walk into that court and
No,
say
I'm not going anywhere near a court.
How, pray tell, do you plan on avoiding it?
Come on. How long do you think it would really take for me to shake off 2 courthouse uniforms?
About 10 minutes. Tops. That's why I'm going with you.
Lieutenant McBain, I thought you'd be in bed after some discerning woman stabbed you in the heart with a stake.
You know, I said I'd live long enough to see you behind bars, and it looks like I will. We have a nice set of bracelets for Mr. Manning.
With all due respect, Detective, I think that's going to be up to a jury.
So let's get him to the courthouse.
Isn't that going to be a little problematic for you? You can barely walk.
Yeah, you know what? If you're not feeling well, why don't you lie down right there, McBain? I'd hate for anything bad to happen to you.
But I knew you'd miss me if I wasn't there, so I'm going to personally supervise your transfer to the courthouse.
Your call, Detective.
Thank you. Let's get going.
Detective McBain, where do you think you're going?
To court?
They are going to court. You are getting your ass back in bed. Now.
You know, John, she is the boss around here. Maybe you should hop up on this bed right here, and Epiphany can give you a sponge bath.
Are you representing this fool?
I am.
If you don't shut him up, I will. And as for you, Detective, I'm going to have an orderly take you back to your room.
Right, with all due respect, ma'am, you can't keep me here against my will, so I'm going to leave. I'm going to go to court and...
Not against doctor's orders, you won't.
Well, I'll take my chances.
Counselor, could you please explain to him what happens if he leaves against doctor's orders?
The hospital won't be liable when you collapse.
Understood. Now, ma'am, if you don't mind stepping out of the way, we don't want Mr. Manning to be late for his arraignment.
It's your funeral, Detective.
Oh, wouldn't that be great? Hey, from your lips. Hey, pathogen scare, right? We're sitting at the hospital. We're on the steps. Do you remember that? And you looked at me? You're all sweaty, you're ghastly. You're so beautiful. You were so beautiful to me. And you smiled. And I thought, wow, I don't want to die, because I liked that smile. I wanted more time with you. Hey, it's not all bad.
Yeah. It's pretty awful.
Oh, look, court's in session. Maybe we should come back some other time. Or not.
Your Honor.
You remember when you told me that Carly would forgive me?
Well, Carly is a difficult woman to predict. She can be volatile, and that's putting it mildly. You know, Jason used to pay me triple to handle Carly.
Hold on. If Carly was married to Jax, why would Jason be paying you to represent Carly at all?
Jason and Carly were friends. That's the only story I ever got.
Yeah. Carly said she was my friend. She told me she would have stood by me if I had just told her the truth.
She probably would have.
Hold on. You flat out told me that I should never tell Carly anything about me hurting Jason.
Carly was in the first throes of grief. It is also never legally advisable for you to confide in someone who may be later called to testify against you. Now, having said all of that, I think I may have misread Carly. Because for all of her faults, she's a remarkably loyal woman. So yes, I think she might have stood by you if you just told her the truth.
Now, she tells me this now. You're telling me this now? There's nothing I can do to fix it.
All right, well, as long as we are telling truths, if I had set aside my professional concerns and said, fine, Todd, tell Carly everything, bare your soul, would you have done it? Didn't think so.
You cannot let him just get away, Mac. Listen to me. He's a bloodsucker. You can't just turn him loose on this
in town. Are you crazy?
Is that your statement, Bane?
Get away.
Hey! Hey! Nice job.
Check out that. You promised me you wouldn't use that word.
I had
You know what's going to happen to me at ELQ?
choice. She's nuts. I had to use the insanity plea.
So what am I, collateral damage?
Look at it this way. At least she's not going to jail.
Package delivered, McBain. You're free to go.
I miss all the fun. I ain't going anywhere.
Okay, well, try not to suck anybody's blood during the arraignment.
All right, boys. Play nice.
Oh, allow me.
Carly, you look different.
You look amazing.
Thank you.
So happy you came.
Don't be. I only came to see you charged.
Okay, time to focus.
I am focused.
Now you listen to me. When the judge asks you how you plead, you say not guilty. You don't say anything else. I'm going to handle all of the arguments. Now I'm going to ask for bail, but of course they will not grant bail. Because
All rise. Court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Adam Horowitz presiding.
You may be seated. Who's before us?
Todd Manning, Your Honor.
Diane Miller defending, Your Honor.
I see you, Ms. Miller. And your client? Oh, yes, Mr. Manning. Let's see. Fraud, bribery, kidnapping, attempted escape from custody, spoliation of evidence. How do you plead, Mr. Manning?
I am not guilty.
Your Honor, at this time, I would like to request bail. I do not...
The person who did those things is not me.
Look, Tracy